What up, what up? It's Diamond Hands Dallas here with WCNLC, and I am super excited that we are having some freaking AMA today. Like, I was like bummed out this morning when I got up and I was researching. I was like, dude, I hope to God there's an AMA, and there wasn't. And then I was like, okay, Safement Mark's doing something. That's cool. I found out about that like right after I posted my morning news update. So I was like, okay, cool. So let me go ahead and let everybody know. Go ahead and get the live scheduled now. And then, yeah. Let me see where everybody's coming from. I see I got Springfield, Missouri, India, Washington State, New York Upstate, Germany. Awesome. I love this. But what I want to do before they get started, I want to go ahead and pull the chart up, and I want to go ahead and go over some of that with you guys, give you an idea of where we're going here. Also, if you're not following Safement on Twitter yet, that is a huge milestone that we're trying to get to, is 1 million followers. Make sure you're doing that. Feel free to show your support. Smash that follow button for them. And also, if this is your first time watching anything on this channel, or you just have not subscribed yet, feel free to smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and show your support. When you like this video and you comment and all that stuff, the YouTube algorithm picks it up, puts it out to more people, helps get more people involved with Safemoon, and it shows support for the channel as well. Actually, let me go ahead and turn my alerts off so we're not like in the middle of something and and that thing just blows up. Hold on 1 second. Okay, well, what happens, I'll make sure it's off. Anyways, let's jump into the chart, guys. So what's going on right now is we are definitely in an uptrend. We're definitely coming back out of this downtrend that we've been in for quite some time. It's definitely been quite of a discount that we've had here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab what's called a Fibonacci retracement tool. If you don't know what that is, the Fibonacci retracement tool gives you ideas of areas of support and resistance, and then that kind of gives us an idea where the price is going, where we're fighting at, where the bears and bulls are fighting, and so forth. So let's go ahead and pull this up here. There we go. Zoom in. So I thought we was going to have some pressure at this 0.5 resistance line here. We did a little bit. We did come back over. We did finally push through it, excuse me. And we're coming back down to test it. If we can bounce off that resistance line, that's going to start to confirm a support. So I like to see 2 or 3 touches on the prior resistance line to confirm that support. If we bounce off this resistance line, guys, we're going to come push through this really fast. And I think we're going to have a lot of resistance here at the 0.503 range. I could see that happening. If for some reason in this AMA we get some really great news, I could see us come up to push this. So I'm curious about that. If we look at the RSI, guys, the Relative Strength Index, you can see that we are definitely pushing up. We are not in a downtrend anymore. We're starting to get a lot of buy volume in, as we can see here. We're pushing up in price. On the MACD, we can see that the MACD is definitely converged over that signal line, indicating we're going into that bullish reversal. We're getting that bullish volume. So the price chart looks absolutely gorgeous right now, ladies and gentlemen. Looks absolutely gorgeous. We go to the comment section, see what's going on. Man, everybody posting them damn ads. You know, I don't even know what these owls are. Like, it's really speculative. They're so, like, my inbox get blown up with everybody putting all these different, like, ideas out there. And I'm like, dude, nobody knows. Like, we don't know. Like, literally, I thought it was something from Harry Potter. So, like, we send messages. I don't know. Let me see here. Welcome to WCNLC Safemoon fan. Hey, Chris Boyer, welcome to the fam, buddy. Go ahead and show them Safemoon emojis off. I am one of the only YouTubers that does Safemoon, one of the only that has Safemoon emojis. So if you're on desktop and you see the join button, or if you're on Android and you see the join button, feel free to check that out. If you're on Apple iPhone, I don't know why it does this, but check the link in the description to check that out. So let me go ahead and get these alerts muted here, so that way when they go live, we're not actually fighting with this. So hold on 1 second. They need to make a Cthulhu emoji. I definitely can. So YouTube actually gives me the ability to make more emojis, but I have to unlock it. So the more members that come in, the more emojis that I can create, the more I can do with the membership program. But there's different tier levels I have to hit as a channel. So that's why I preach a lot about, hey, you know, come join the Savement Fan membership program. The more of you that do, the more cool stuff we can do on the channel. So let's go to alert box. Let's mute that. Usually when I go live or any streams, if you guys like subscribe and all that stuff, what happens is we'll see an alert hit the screen, kind of show off. If you do like a super chat, it'll show up and stuff like that. So let's see here. I need Safement tokens. I'm out of money. I've only got 25 mil. Well, hey, 25 mil is better than nothing, man. Also, on this channel, I give away 10 million Safemoon each every week to a random subscriber. So if you're not subscribed, feel free to smash that button, and then every week you have a chance to win 10 million Safemoon. But hey, 25 million is better than most people, bro. Let's see, Lake Tahoe, California, awesome. Staff Sergeant Antonio, 101st Safemoon Army, Meridian, Ohio, awesome. Yeah, not many veterans in Safement either, which is kind of strange that he didn't understand the trends, your friend. So, I mean, I'm a veteran. I've been in the Army for 8 years. Actually, I'm getting out. My last day at my unit will be in the next 5 days. So, it's a sad time for me, but, I have a family, and it's time to move on to bigger and better things. I'm a realtor now in the state of Tennessee, so, yeah, I have a great time doing that. Always busy. Let's go, Safemoon fam, to the moon. Thanks for the live AMA, bro. Anytime. That's my job on here, so... I cover everything Safemoon. That's my goal. I just got an alert from Safemoon Mark. Safemoon AMA Live is in 5 minutes on the official Discord events page. I do have that pulled up. Keep in mind, I try my best to do live stream every AMA. I try to chill with the community a lot. I'm not robotic. I'm very straight up with you guys. I'm a person. I'm not writing scripts and reading the scripts to try to make videos like YouTubers recommend. I actually go straight up live. Even when I record my videos in the morning, I make 1 or 2 shots. I'll edit it. That's cool. I don't believe in having to go in there and stage everything. I'm just straightforward. I'm pretty chill dude. Can we kill the techno music? I mean, okay, so when I go live, when I do the stream of starting, the techno music is supposed to get you pumped up. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to get you pumped up. That and YouTube is very stringent on how they do things. Looks like we have one person speaking. Let me see what they're saying here. Okay. Do we not have the... Hold on 1 second. It says one person speaking, but for some reason the mic is muted. What is that? Let me see if I can pull it up on the desktop, see if it does anything. We will have this. Let's go ahead. Here we go. Event stage. Okay, so he's just pretty much muted. Okay, that's cool. That's all right. That's fine. We got people starting to come on now. Awesome.
450 crazy people sitting here ready to go.
Okay, let's definitely cut. Okay, that's not me. That's him. All right, I was about to be like, hold on.
And this is without an everyone ping. This is kind of impressive.
It's probably because we're playing in my Discord application. There we go.
I will open the event chat in 1 minute so you guys can start typing, talking, and throwing 600,000 memes.
We're fighting 40,000K with Bitcoin. Let's go. Safety and life changing. What are your thoughts on rumors of 4-to-1 split? Thanks, Dallas. Hold on 1 second, man. Safety like Apple's name was on 10 years ago. A lot of coins, XOP. I'm trying to read these. See, this, look, I need to get me an iPad or something so I can read the comments. Right now I'm having to use my iPhone because for some reason, everything kind of lags in the end. I'm trying to get all that squared away. I've actually upgraded the internet speed at my house. I'm waiting on them to come back out tomorrow to give me gigabit speed, so I don't have to worry about all this lagging that's going on. So, Safement 401k replacement. For real. 100%.
Safement Dynamo needs access to delete messages.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, welcome to the Safemoon fan, bro. Thank you, Ben Albramovitz. I think, is that your name, buddy? Hey, man, feel free to throw them emojis up, bro. Show everybody all of them Safemoon emojis. We got it, 100%. I'm getting stoked on this, though. I'm excited about this AMA with the devs and all that. What do you guys think about the Safemoon dev thing? Safemoon Joe, we did a live stream the other day together. We're going to do more collaborations together, but I was on the phone with him, and he was telling me he had the footage or a video of where we could hear the voice of Safemoon Dev. And he actually played that video the other night, and I heard it. I'm like, okay, this doesn't sound like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos.
If you want to do an audio check to make sure you can hear stuff, you should be able to hear me.
Okay. Uh-oh, I see the Lambos you posting down there, Safemoon. Ben?
Nice.
Yeah, might as well check mine too. Can everyone hear me all right?
Yeah, bro, we got you.
I hear you good, and chat is responding that they can as well. One thing I do want to point out there really quick before we start, because I know it's going to be a question. I know everybody wants to ask about the Safemoon wallet and the beta. The thing with the beta is it is under lock and key right now. It's closed beta. When it's open beta, you guys will see more, but at the moment, you can't answer questions regarding it because it is locked down under an NDA. We can't discuss it. People who are in it aren't supposed to talk about it. So don't go asking a million wallet questions. You're not going to get the answers to them today.
Yeah, that's a good thing to know. All right, well, it's that time. What's up, Safemoon Army? Welcome to this Mooncast AMA. I'm Safemoon Mark, and I'm here to help answer any underlying questions you guys have and get another chance to talk Safemoon with everyone here. I'm joined by Vino, as you see. He'll be sharing some words at the end of the event. This is not an official Safemoon AMA, but I know how important Safemoon Sunday is for many of you, and I wanted the chance to still bring everyone together. To get started, I'm going to go over a few questions I cannot answer, as Vino said, just to clear the air for now. Following that, I'll be going over a few popular questions I've seen floating around on Discord and on my Twitter. And finally, after that, I'll open up the discussion and bring you guys up to speak and ask questions in person. Alright, so to start off, a few things I cannot comment on are the current and the future price of Safemoon and a timeline for products that do not have a public release date given yet by the team. Okay, so to start, I'm going to address a few popular questions we've seen, and right over that, I'll open up the conversation to everyone. The first one I've seen a lot is, what happens to our Safemoon tokens once the blockchain is live? How is the conversion going to work from tokens into coins? And so many projects have merged from being a token on top of a blockchain to becoming a native coin on their own blockchain. The process is understood and reliable, so I'm not too worried about how all that will play out. Normally I'd have a big math-based answer to give everyone, but I'm going to be saving that for a video. So for now, just know that the process is not too difficult, and it will not pose a threat to Safemoon down the road. Another popular one I've seen around is, will we be able to move other tokens and coins that do not get reflections over to the Safemoon wallet? So as we said, we're not going to be touching much on the wallet, but all I have to say is a coin does not need to have reflections built in to be held on the wallet. Exactly which coins are going to be held there, I don't know, but with the upcoming releases, I'm sure much more information will come out to answer those soon. Alright, just a couple more I'm going to do now, and then I'll open it up. Why are the reflections we see on your website greater than the ones I am actually receiving? So this is a good question. I threw out a disclaimer on the bottom of the site saying that it uses global volume in the calculation. And as we know, currently, only the volume of the exchange you hold Safemoon on is used to provide reflections. So if you're trying to calculate your daily reflections, you should use the volume of the exchange you hold Safemoon on. So PancakeSwap for Trust Wallet users, Bitmart for Bitmart users, etc. And you'll get the correct values back then. A question relating to bridges. Do reflections in provable SFM come from transactions on Ethereum? And can I explain a little further how that all works? With the current state of the bridge, Ethereum does not have a 10% tax when moving between wallets or when buying or selling. All transactions that occur on Ethereum do not trigger the tax. Therefore, they do not trigger reflections. Reflections in provable SFM on Ethereum are not influenced at all by transactions on Ethereum, only transactions on Binance Smart Chain. Currently, the vault gains reflections like any other holder. This is how PSFM also gains reflections. When the vault receives its reflections, it mints provable SFM in parallel on the other side. So the rate at which PSFM is minted is based solely on transactions from Binance Smart Chain alone. Okay. Is the wallet going to be available to be used in other countries aside from the US and the UK? And will it be available to link to international banks outside of the US and the UK? So to the best of my knowledge, yes, the wallet will be available outside of the US and the UK. In terms of linking it to international banks, you do not generally link your bank to wallets, only to exchanges. However, when the Simplex buy button is released, you will have the ability to put in your details there and pay with a debit or credit card. And I believe Simplex does have a global reach, so yes to that answer. Okay. When someone sells all of their Safemoon, there is sometimes a remnant left over in the wallet. Is that person still considered a holder or not? So technically, yes. The number of holders that BSC scan shows includes everyone with more than 0 Safemoon in their bags. So users who have tried to sell out but have a small remaining few Safemoon stuck are counted as holders only when looking at BSC scan. Yeah, so those are the main ones. Now I'm going to start accepting requests to come up and speak. If you cannot speak, just put your questions in the event stage chat room. If you see someone else that has already asked your question, just react to it so we can better see the popular ones going around. But yeah, let's get some people up here.
Yeah, definitely use your reactions, people, because it will be impossible to get to everybody. Most of you will not get your questions answered because there's too many of you. So use those reactions so the biggest questions can get answered the best.
Yeah, and we can pull someone up to speak too. I'm not sure.
We got 14 people requesting, so make sure you have your hand raised in the stage channel if you want to be able to come up on stage and ask something verbally.
We have 119 people in the chat. Don't forget to like the video, guys.
I do get asked this a lot. Is how much Safement is needed to make a living off selling reflections, and I can't tell anybody how much Safement they should own. That's entirely up to you and how much faith you have in the project and the upcoming catalysts. But it is a fact that you earn $50 per day per billion Safement that you own for each $1 billion of daily volume. From there, I urge you to do some math, plug in some numbers to my website even, and decide from there what size Safement bag gives you an optimal amount of reflections for what you believe the volume will be in the future. What's up, Niall?
Hello, man.
How's it going?
It's good, man. How's it going for you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. How can I help?
I don't know. I was invited to talk.
Did you get your hand up?
I thought you had your hand up.
Oh, sorry. It was a long time ago.
No worries.
Sorry, I'll leave. I don't know how to do.
No, that's all right. We'll move you down. Okay. You know what? Just to make sure, because apparently there could be an issue, I'm deleting everybody whose hands are up, and then you're all going to start over. So nobody's hand was up. Put it back up now if you do want to ask a specific question. That way we purge people who didn't realize they had up.
Awesome.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Hey, good. I have a question. I come from a business development background, and I'm always thinking with the mindset of how to, get the most market share and get users in. Obviously, volume is something that'll happen over time, but anything that we can do to help get that going, I'd like to take a look at. And so, my question for you guys is the dev team considering the possibility of obviously offering Cryptonomic to these other trading cryptos on the exchange, but are they willing to also potentially build a framework to allow for shorter term trading, so that if I wanted to purchase Bitcoin, I could do so if I have a long-term strategy with Cryptonomics, and I could also maybe a portion of my bag I want to have is just able to do short-term trading. Thanks.
As of right now, I'm not sure what the plans for that specifically are, but we've been going pretty deep in what we want users to be able to do and stuff. So I definitely think that'll be something that can be addressed in the future, but I have no official answer on that at this time.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I wasn't really looking for an answer, but obviously just wanted to get it out there in the ether because I saw it as a possibility or opportunity to at least run a just run through as a possibility.
Yep. No, yeah, that's a good question. It's good things to consider. There's pretty much any way we could go from here. The sky's the limit. DeFi's new and emerging, and there's not much tech in the space. So, yeah, always good to throw it out there. How about you, Casher? Do you have anything to say?
Hey, Mark, how you doing? First, thanks for everything you're doing. Congrats on your new position with our Safemoon team. Just a quick question. I know you had said something about the Project Phoenix. Can you touch on Project Phoenix or give us some insight?
I can't give any information that's not already publicly available from the team. That wouldn't be too good, but Project Phoenix is it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I'll say that.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
A lot bigger.
That's awesome.
Definitely things they want to say on Project Phoenix that they just can't yet because they don't want to get ahead of themselves and announce things that may not be ready or not done correctly yet. As soon as they have something, they will announce it.
Thanks, guys.
Sweet. Don't forget to smash that like button, everyone.
Okay, inviting some more people. What's up, Sambo?
Also, if there's a question you guys want me to ask, let me know.
You're coming through, but
Try it out.
We'll put him on hold and go to the next person until he gets it fixed.
If I like the content, I will.
all right. Throwing some more invites out. All right. Oh shit, my fault. All right, one of you guys go first.
Well, you pick somebody, otherwise they'll all talk at once. TOIM, I do not hear anything out of your mic either.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Hey guys, first of all, thanks for all your work. I know it's been hard days for you guys, but I know we're gonna reach out them in the future. So I have one question. I don't know if you guys will be able to answer, but are there plans for a Safemoon smart chain, something like that?
I'm pretty sure the blockchain and the goals that we're going to is pretty public knowledge. So yes, I would say yes.
Right. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
No problem.
They said they can't answer anything
Yeah,
about the
Safemoon
release
smart chain.
date, guys. Keep that in mind.
I don't know if that's what it's going to be called, but definitely something to look forward to for sure. How's it going, General Hold?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
I think you probably just answered my question with the other question that just popped up. That's what I was curious about. If you guys could touch on the smart chain, is that to potentially down the road put other coins under it?
No, that's definitely something we're looking into.
There you go.
Okay.
Answer that
Good deal.
question.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys.
That's one of the things I'm most excited for personally. See how that all works out. Maybe get to work on it myself. I'm not sure how it's going yet. What's up, Diamond Hands?
What's up, guys?
That's my thing, bro. Y'all see that?
All right, so my question is, when we transfer over to the wallet, will we start to get reflections from every exchange, or are we still going to be tied to the exchange we bought from? Thanks.
At least for right now, whenever the wallet goes live, we will still be using reflections from volume on PancakeSwap. To the best of my knowledge, that's what I believe is going to be happening. But
It makes sense.
in the future, we are trying to condense the volume down to be global, so everyone can share in the reflections and burn. But for right now, yeah, it's going to be tied to PancakeSwap. That's a good question, though. So yeah, expect similar ones to Trust Wallet, but yeah.
Safemoon, Goldfish, and Mac Vackle, if either of you have working mic, go for it.
Yeah, I do. You can hear me? Good. Hey, Mark, team, thanks for putting this together. But more specifically, Mark, when we're looking, I was an early follower of yours. You put on a lot of great content. But since your inclusion to the team now, has there been any progress or insight to the map, the numbers that you've done? Was there any insight gained that would adjust, or you would have to account for any modifications to the map that you've already done? Thank you.
No, that's a good question. So there's one fact that I might as well touch on now. So in the original video, you see the 1 quadrillion used a lot, meaning the total supply. Recently, in a few of my recent videos, I've alluded to this not necessarily being 1 quadrillion forever, because there are some wallets that are excluded from reflections. So there is a slight modification you would make if you want to get exact results, which is instead of if you're doing my reflections calculation, which is volume times the number of Safemoon you own divided by 20 quadrillion, instead of 20 quadrillion, you would multiply it by 20 times the number of Safemoon that can receive reflections. And right now, that's all of the Safemoon except the ones held in locked liquidity and in Bitmart. So right now, considering Bitmart has so many tokens, it actually does raise the amount of reflections you gain for volume by 5% if you add it into the liquidity pool. I didn't include it in the basic formula because it's very complicated and there's a lot of factors that change a lot. And 1 quadrillion gives you a really good average for it. But yeah, no, that's a good question. So if you're trying to get super technical, the 1 quadrillion is replaced by the number of Safemoon that can receive reflections. And at this point, it's about 944 trillion. Hopefully that answered. The rest of it hasn't changed at all. That's just a slight caveat that I left out of the video because it's it's a little more complicated, and it was really beautiful the other way with just one click earlier. And eventually, your liquidity will unlock, so that these values aren't constant. So, what about you, Safement Goldfish? I hope that helps answer anyone's question on the last one.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Just a quick question. I'd like to ask and see if you guys can answer. For Kifa El Khatibib, one of the founders of Safemoon, can you guys speak a little bit about his impact on the current projects, or how he's an impact now?
I feel like that'd be more of a Bino question. I'm personally unfamiliar with him.
Okay.
In terms of what founders are out there and who has what impact on the staff side, that's entirely up to what they want to say. I can speak for Safemoon the business. I can speak for Safemoon the project. I don't speak for any of the devs or any of the people they work with as individuals. So something like that would really have to come from them.
Sure. Okay. Thanks.
Yep. No worries. Thank you. All right. Let's get some new people up here. I gotta stop inviting up like 3 at a time. How's it going, MG?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Alright, thanks for putting this on. I know, Mark, you spoke about it earlier when you said that general questions about transferring over to the blockchain. My question relates to that in the sense of are however many tokens we're holding going to be the exact same amount when we switch to a coin? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. The exact answer for that, I'm not sure. We're definitely going through all possibilities and seeing what the pros and cons are to each implementation. But either way, just know that it won't really affect much if there is a dilution or the other way around of shares. I'm not sure exactly what the numbers are. I don't think we've actually decided on it yet personally, but we're definitely going over all possibilities. So there's a chance, but I don't know right now. But either way, just rest easy knowing that it doesn't change any of the math or any of that at all. So it would be more for aesthetic reasons, not having trillions of coins. If it is happening, I do not know that. But that was a good question, definitely. And that's a question a lot of people have been wondering too. We're going to have to wait for the wizard to speak on that to get some clear answers.
Yeah, because, depending on however much anyone invests, they are bought as a token, hopefully it's still the same value as it moves to the blockchain, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, it would be. So like, even if these are not like no numbers or anything, this is just an example, but say it got reduced by 10 times, you could expect like the supply to be reduced by 10 times. If that happened, you could expect the price to increase by the same amount. Yeah, the value of your holdings won't change if we migrate over. Those will stay the same.
Okay.
And all the math for reflections will too, because your bag shrinks, but so does the total supply. So it actually produces the same math. How are you doing, shaved monkey? I don't think I can hear you as you're talking.
While he's shaving his monkey, I'm going to quickly jump in and mention that, because some people are asking, where's the staff? Where's Papa? Where's the big shot that everybody always wants to hear from? They can't be dedicated enough to sit on the Discord or the AMAs every single week, and we know you guys want something every single week. So we have community events planned with both like me, the Discord folks, and the scholars like Mark, to give you guys something every week, even if the staff can't provide something. So just because there's an event and you don't see staff, don't think something's being half-assed. This is planned this way. This is so that it's not just, sorry guys, nothing going on this Sunday, wait till next week. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants something to talk about or something going on. So that's the plan. Every week we'll try and bring you something, but it doesn't have to be with staff. It's just so that we can provide answers to questions and get the community engaged.
Absolutely. How are you doing? Positive entropy?
Good. So I heard on the Twitter, not really AMA yesterday, and on this AMA, questions from people wondering if there's going to be a way to get people maybe new to crypto spending and using it without the fees, small microtransactions. things like that. How much would it slow down the network to allow like a wallet, say under $100, to have a slider that turned off tokenomics or put it in the exclude function? I know there are wallets that are excluded, but could you like say anyone that wanted to that had under $100 or $1,000 or something to turn that off and exclude themselves?
Well, why would they want to do that? I'm just wondering.
So they would pay the 10% to get the tokens in their thing, but maybe they just want to pay for burgers or they want to send money to someone in Gambia. They don't want to pay and then lose the 10% again, but you also wouldn't want a whole bunch of people doing that, so you'd want to limit it to a small amount, like microtransactions.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I don't know exactly if that's the plan, but all I do know is bridges that are being created will open up a lot of opportunities such as this, because like Ethereum and some of the other bridges won't have the 10% on them. So it'll definitely open up the ability for microtransactions more so, I'd say. I don't believe that will be an option on Binance Smart Chain, however. I could be wrong.
Okay.
If I had to guess, I would say we're going to push the utilization of bridges to allow for things like that. And and keep BSC as the reflection hub for Safemoon.
Right. Okay, thank you.
All right, great question.
Don't forget to subscribe and like, guys. Appreciate it 100%.
Right. How's it going, Matt?
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, 1 second. Let's let the onus speak first.
Okay, awesome. I'll make this really quick. First off, thanks for letting me come up, and thanks for all the work you guys are doing. Just a quick question regarding exchange. I know that's far out into the future here, but I was just more curious. Is the team planning on making it like a DEX, like PancakeSwap or SushiSwap, or is it more like a centralized exchange, like Binance or Kraken or something?
I don't know if they'll answer that or not.
I think a beautiful mixture of the both. We'll need a certain level of centralization if we're going to have cryptonomics be a thing, but we're definitely trying to look for a beautiful mixture. It'll be interesting. I'm excited for more information to come out about it. But that is a good question. But in order to achieve full cryptonomics on tokens that do not have tokenomics built into their code, it will have to have some degree of centralization, such as Binance and Kraken.
Henry, you're already subscribed, bro.
I'm stoked now. Thanks.
Sure. Okay, Malik?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Go ahead, Malik. You can just ask the
Hello, can
question.
you hear me?
I don't think he can hear us.
Okay. We'll grab somebody else. I'll put him on mute for a second.
Can you hear me?
That's technically a question. Okay, so SFMRX. How's it going, man?
B-Rocket80, you can send me a message, buddy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Loud.
Wonderful. So I found out yesterday that, well, let me preface this by saying I have 30 years of stock experience, and I've always seen the founders of company own significant portions of stock. And I found out yesterday Papa doesn't actually have any Safemoon, but has Doge. But I know you have a certain amount of Safemoon with a particular target. And I'm just curious why that would be.
About my target or about Papa's holding?
Oh, well, Papa and maybe other folks at Safemoon that work at Safemoon but doesn't own Safemoon.
That's actually kind of news to me. I find it hard to believe that he doesn't own any. I don't know. I think it's important to own a good amount of the portion of the project you're working on, so you're motivated to keep going. And I must have missed that part in the Twitter space. Did he publicly say he doesn't own any? That's news to me, at least.
Good question. I don't remember if he said it or somebody else said it to be
Okay.
honest with you.
I would be shocked if that was the case. I believe that the developers own some. It would be weird if they didn't, because they need some motivation to keep going. Keep making things better. But okay. I hope that answers your question. I don't personally know Papa's holdings at all.
That does. That answers. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. Rockamania?
Hey gentlemen, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Perfect. Probably like 3 very quick questions. Safemoon Mark, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Somebody said 17. I'm like, boy, you sound like a bit older, 17.
I'm 26.
If you were 17, I'd be like, wow, more. Vino, sorry man, I don't know anything about you. I'll look you up after this. This is my first time ever commentating like this. So, can you give me your background, Vino? Sorry.
We'll happily do that after this stage. I'm doing
Sure,
a
no
start
problem.
portion. Mark's done, and I'll answer any questions about me as it comes down.
Okay. And maybe gentlemen can answer the main question. It's regarding the wallet. I don't know how involved you are. Probably pretty involved. But did you guys both listen to Papa, I think it was yesterday, on the Twitter Spaces?
I only joined for the second half, so.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so the caller said, would there ever be a wallet release without Simplex, buy button, Apple Pay? And Papa's response, this is word for word, I wrote it down. There's a great chance a lot of the features will not be there in version 1 because typically in an app release development cycle, you will have minimal viable product. Just the product that gets you off the ground. But we are shooting for feature complete release. We will at least have a product. And also in the beta test, we are not going to release everything in the first wave. Of course not. They're not going to have a lot of stuff on there that's going to be later down the line. But what's your gentleman's thoughts on this? Will there be a Simplex buy button?
There definitely will be eventually. I'm not sure if it's going to be on release. That was a question that I've seen pop up and go around a lot. I genuinely don't have the answer for if or if not that's going to be the case, but just know that that's one of the biggest pushes that we're going for. Yeah. So as soon as it is an ability, it's going to be on there. I guarantee that.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, for sure.
Leek, I'm going to unmute you and give you one chance to see if you can hear us. And okay, now you're unmuted. Can you hear us, Malik?
Yes, hi guys, can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, the question, man.
Okay. My question is, can we expect the Safemoon debit card to be released end of July along with wallet? At least a virtual card?
That wasn't announced anywhere, so I wouldn't expect it. But it would be nice if that was the case. I wouldn't expect it though. I would wait for the team to give a final announcement on when that's coming out.
Alright, thank you very much.
Alright, we got a new guy up here. Do you have a question?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, great. Greetings from Germany, first of all, and greetings to the Crypto Talk group. And second, Mark, I'm really curious, like how they reached out to you, how they got into contact with you, and how was your first reaction to this, to be on the team?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I just started making YouTube videos going over the math behind it. I didn't really think I was going to get approached by the team at all, but it was in the back of my mind as a really fun possibility that could happen. And it started out by being reached out to be a Reddit mod. And I joined that and got to talk with a lot of the people in the community. And from there, I had a meeting with Papa that we just started talking about stuff. And John came in. It was a really nice, it was really cool. And they basically were like, welcome to the team. And that's how I knew officially. And that's when I let out my tweet about it. And it was crazy. I was definitely a little starstruck. And I didn't have many words to say. But it was awesome. Yeah. It was
sounds like a fairy tale.
Yeah, it really is, man.
Okay, and the following question is like, so Safemoon wants to be internationally represented, and they have an office now in Great Britain. They will have most probably some offices in Gambia. So is there any roadmap to be like offices all over the world, or is it like, okay, we will have our focus headquarters in London, in the US, and maybe Gambia, and then from Africa onwards, or how is it going on?
I don't know exactly, but if I had to guess, I would say they're opening up headquarters where they're going to be staying most of the time, and so there's a lot of the teams in the UK, and the rest are in the US mostly. So if I had to guess, I would expect to see one in the Gambia because the team's going to be going down there a lot for our relations with them. I definitely expect the one in the UK to remain, and I'd expect one in the United States at some point, but I'm not sure about any beyond that.
Okay, thanks. Keep on the great work. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you.
Before you pull somebody else up on stage, there's a flood of next questions, and I have a few picked out if you want to try and answer some of those. One guy asks, what is your expectation for the volume once the wallet is released?
So the wallet's essential. I can't give an exact prediction on the volume will go, but without the wallet, my prediction would be a lot lower. We need the wallet. We need our first asset to be seen by people to really show like that we're serious about our topic and stuff. I don't necessarily think that the wallet itself is going to bring a lot of volume. I think Simplex will bring a crazy amount of volume. The exchange will, and as will the blockchain. And it's not that we wouldn't be able to have these things without the wallet, but the wallet's definitely an integral first step in many ways to set us up for greater volume. I could give a bunch of predictions about exchange and random stuff like that, but at the end of the day, those are just predictions. All I know is, this is the wallet's huge. The wallet is integral into setting everything up for the future.
Secondary question was, do you know anything or have anything to say about tokenomics phase 2?
It's a good one.
As of right now, we're going over a bunch of pros and cons for various implementations, and as of right now, it's kind of in a discussion phase. There's a couple things we could do to achieve it in the short term, but we're mainly just trying to weigh that against what would be the optimal solution in the long term. So it's still an area of discussion, but it's not something we've forgotten about or something we're taking lightly at all. That's still big on the priority list.
And I will answer really quick. Somebody's asking about the benefits of creating a wallet on the Safemoon wallet as opposed to importing by a trust wallet. We can't really speculate on anything.
Shannon.
We can't comment on what's better or worse right now because that would involve divulging about the wallet, which we can't do under the closed beta. So you'll get answers to that soon. We just can't give them now.
Yep.
Okay.
And you can go ahead back to voice questions for the moment.
Okay. Karito, cute. I probably butchered that, sorry.
It's no problem. First, I want to say Stephen, Mark, Stephen, Josh, and all the other admins on here. I want to say thank you guys so much for hosting and, being kind of like the buffer between some of the big shots and filtering through all these questions. So thank you.
Absolutely.
So I have a question, and this is probably something that you guys might not be able to answer, but I'm hoping that you might be able to forward it to, someone who could actually answer it. And that is, so there's a small sector of states and countries that it's very difficult to buy crypto. And I know for a fact with Simplex, in specific areas, they do not accept payments because of where you live. And it's largely due to the fact that you need, in some of those states, a bit license, which means the state has to officially give you a license or license the exchange. And it creates a lot of problems or makes the purchasing process very difficult. Like for New York, for example, it's very, very difficult to purchase Safemoon if you live in New York. You have to do like a multi-step process outside of the already multi-step process.
I know that feeling. I live there too.
Right. So I'm hoping that maybe you guys could pass some feedback forward to the rest of the team to think about that when they develop their wallet or their exchange.
Yeah, absolutely. So Simplex in general, it's they're outside of our scope. They're a third party, and they have in terms of we won't be able to bypass certain legal regulations. We're gonna have to follow the same as most people. And I do know that in New York and in like 7 other states in the U.S., they make it very hard to purchase crypto. And it's not. I don't believe that we'll be able to make that easier because that would involve a bunch of legal legislation and stuff.
Right.
But I do know that you are now able to purchase BNB through Simplex in New York as of like a week ago. So I believe that it might actually not be an issue for a lot of people in the U.S. I'm just hoping, but I think that's more of a Simplex global crypto acceptance kind of an issue more than just a Safement one.
Right.
To comment on the legal aspect of it as someone in the U.S., a lot of the states will continue to keep having their own crypto mindset until federally there is some guidance. There's not guidance on it federally because a lot of people in Congress don't seem to understand crypto right now. That will change since crypto's gotten so big in this last year. The lawmakers are looking at it. They will give guidance, and then once they pass new laws and tax law changes, we'll get a better feel for if the U.S. if it will be easier or more difficult to buy in the future.
Definitely.
Right.
So sorry. Did you have something else to add?
No, I was just saying, like, I know, for instance, Coinbase has a bit license, and I can buy through Coinbase, and so I'm hoping that, I was hoping to see if there's a way where this exchange would also be able to reach that sect of people, but it sounds like the direction is we're going to wait until the laws are kind of defined better.
Well, that's a good point. I'm not necessarily sure if we will be getting a bit contract or anything like that, but I assume that we will do everything we can to increase accessibility to everyone. So if that's something that's needed to achieve that, then I wouldn't doubt the team considering it. Definitely.
Right. All right.
Awesome. I invited up sent a few other invites out. I sent one. There's a couple people that want to come up. Safemoon Michael's in here. He raised his hand. I sent him an invite. I'm not sure if he's trying to jump in still or not.
You should be able to just click on the list on the right-hand side just to bring up people, and the people at the top should be the ones that have been waiting the longest, I believe.
Yeah. Sapasu.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Great. Thanks again, guys, for all the work you're doing. My question is, there's a few public-facing members of the team, which is great, different docs. Do you have any idea how big the dev team is, which is to say how many people are working on deliverable products, whether the blockchain, wallet, exchange, Gambit?
I don't have an exact number, but I know that the team is pretty split up into different sections. So there's people that work on the wallet, and there's people that work on the website. I don't have an exact number for how many there are, but we're definitely growing the team pretty quickly. So
it's more than just a few names that we know.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a good amount.
If you're just talking in terms of website, seeing a handful of names on the website, there's more people than that work underneath that. Those are just the key guys who dox themselves for transparency.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yep, for sure. How's it going, Michael? You have something to say?
Guys, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry about that. I didn't see the invite up at the top.
No
how this all works. Sorry. But I appreciate you bringing me up. And I also have to say what's going on my Safemoon friends, my Safemoon family. I got a lot of questions from people watching on my live stream on YouTube right now. So do you guys mind if I ask 4 or 5 questions right now, or should we wait till later?
That's fine. You can ask a few questions. Maybe it'll answer some of the other people's that are waiting.
Okay, great. All right, so the first question has to do with the bridge that was built with PSFM. So since we have the bridge with Ethereum now, can we buy Shiba Inu or other ERC20 coins with Safemoon right now?
In terms of directly swapping them on Uniswap, I don't know. I don't know if there's any pairings that have been put up, but that might change in the future. So with reflections, it makes providing liquidity a little tricky. But for right now, I actually haven't checked on Uniswap what pairs are available. But if people provide liquidity for it, that could theoretically be possible.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Trying to get through all my questions. Okay. So the next one is, I guess while we're talking about the bridge, at least for my audience, there seemed to be some sort of confusion. They had some high expectations of transaction volume just multiplying 10 times, 100 times with the single bridge. Can you just go into a little detail about the benefits of the bridge and why they should still look at it with an optimistic point of view here, and for the bridges to come in the future?
Yeah, that's a good. So in my video, I even said I didn't expect the bridge to be a massive volume catalyst. It's more of an infrastructure catalyst. It sets us up to not only scale way better, but also just raises the number of direct use cases that we can have for now and in the future. And the bridge setup we're still perfecting and optimizing it, but soon I expect, especially with the addition of other bridges, we should see not necessarily a lot more volume, but more things to do with your SafeMoon. And you can buy NFTs with your SafeMoon, you can stake with your SafeMoon, you can vote with your SafeMoon. There's going to be other use cases that come up and around eventually. So right now the app developers haven't really, there's not too many for SafeMoon to be used, but personally, knowing that it's on Ethereum, it's really interesting to see what people would create in the future for SafeMoon to be used in. Because the Ethereum ecosystem is massive. And if there's a coin that gets a lot of traction and is used a lot, app developers will create an ecosystem, not necessarily an ecosystem, but an app for that coin to help it per se. And I'm not sure if there's any right now that are geared towards SafeMoon, but at the end of the day, the bridge listings, it's not necessarily just like a volume catalyst that say the exchange, but it sets us up so we can provide use cases easier and that we can scale better. So even if there's a bunch of transactions going on BSC, that we won't be able to not buy or sell our SafeMoon. I don't know if any of you guys remember from the last bull run we had, we actually shut down some of the nodes at BSC because of all the transactions we were doing, and so many transactions were failing. None were getting through at all. People couldn't buy, people couldn't sell. And it was really weird, and it was scary because we were still early. We didn't even have any exchanges we were on. It was just from people buying. So the bridges are definitely exciting and needed, but not necessarily in terms of a volume standpoint, if that helps at all.
Definitely helps. And I think that clarifies some of the benefits for sure. The next question that I'm getting a lot of is cryptonomics, and it has to do with the exchange. So what is stopping other exchanges from implementing cryptonomics? And yeah, I guess that's the question. I mean, there's multiple forms of it, but that would be the question.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the thing in DeFi is the fact that everything's public and open source, so people can just copy things. That's definitely a thing that could happen. I have been told, I don't know how true this is, that there is some legal standpoint we have done to protect ourselves from that happening. I would wait until more info is released on that before I say anything officially, but that's definitely been a thought in our minds, and we're definitely working towards making sure it would be harder to just copy and paste us opposed to anyone else per se.
Beautiful. Yeah. And then I know you said you can't talk much about the trust or about the wallet, Savement wallet, but do we see a future potentially where there can be some sort of transfer from wherever we hold our SafeMoon now to the SafeMoon wallet without the 10% fee?
Yeah, that's definitely an area of it's definitely an interesting area and a big thing we were trying to figure out how to do optimally. I don't necessarily know if it will happen immediately or at all, but that's definitely one of the bigger hows that we're trying to solve right now. And there's a bunch of good ways that we have to do it. So I would say that's a big push for us. So I wouldn't expect it per se right away, but be open to that, definitely.
So there can
we don't want people to lose 10%. We don't want people to lose 10% just to hold on our wallet. That wouldn't be optimal.
Right. Okay. Perfect. And then the last question I'm getting, I don't know if you guys would know the answer to this, but it goes back to the CertiK audit and if those issues are still being addressed that were brought up, those vulnerabilities that were brought up in the CertiK audit.
Yep, they are being addressed. They can't be changed right now because you can't change code on the blockchain. But the issues that were brought up in the audit are, we acknowledge what they are and we acknowledge what can be done to prevent certain things from happening. And there's definitely a plan in place to address all of those in the near future. But I can't go into detail on that now.
Awesome. And I don't want to take too much more time so everyone else can ask questions. But last question is, what's going on with the owls, guys? No, I'm just kidding.
It's a hoot.
I'm just messing. All right, I'll let some other people come up here. I don't want to take everyone's time, but I appreciate you guys letting me up here.
No, yeah, it was nice to talk to you, Michael.
All right, I'll be talking to you soon.
Yep, have a good one.
You too, guys.
All right, I got about 15 minutes left. How's it going, the tank?
Hey, how you guys doing? Appreciate you taking the time to answer some questions today. But I have two quick questions, and one of them I think has come up quite often, and it's really related to all of the exchanges that have not been providing tokenomics for the burn. So will we get to a point where we'll try to, burn tokens that have not been burned because of this process, just to do a catch-up? Is that going to be something that they're going to do in the future? I know they've said no more manual burns, but is that something that they're possibly thinking about?
Ideally, that would be awesome. At the end of the day, that would be up to the exchanges themselves to decide if they want to do that, which, capitalistically speaking, they probably wouldn't. They'd want to keep the money for themselves, but that would be amazing, and I hope some of the exchanges feel the need to do that in the future, but I don't think it's necessarily something that would require at all. But we are working to fix the issue altogether, so that won't even need to be necessary in the future.
Okay, awesome. And then I had one other quick question, and this one might be a tough one to answer, and I'm not as familiar with the founder side of Safemoon. I'm just familiar with the executive team. But where's a lot of our financing coming from? I have a background in trading, and I've been trading equities for years now, and I'm able to look up 10Ks and understand how companies are funded and where the money's coming from, especially to go on trips and travel and work on these big projects and support the teams that you have to support. There's usually some type of financial backing, and I'm wondering if you guys can provide some type of detail on that, and maybe if it has been provided in the past, I just missed it.
I personally don't know that. I would say that might be more of a Vino question, but if I had to guess, we had some fundraisers at the beginning, and reflections are pretty hefty if you hold a lot of Safement. Those would be two guesses for myself. But what were you saying, Vino?
Well, listen, there's definitely some aspects I don't know the full answers to on that, but I do know that one thing I'll mention, that we by holding Safemoon are not technically investors. We are holders. We are in a separate category. They have investors towards the company that help towards that end, which is completely separate from us being holders with the token. So that is one avenue on that. I know there's a couple other. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak to what they are. So I would say back burner that question for a week. I'll find out what I can say on the matter and come forward with more information next week.
Okay, that'd be awesome. I'll definitely send you a DM, just kind of have it there at the top of mind, if you don't mind,
That's gonna be closer to next week, so I'm refreshed and reminded close to the next possible event that we talk about.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys.
Yep, thank you. Adrian, did you just come up? Do you have a question?
Yeah, Safemoon Michael kind of alluded to one of my questions. I just basically, can you confirm or deny any connection to Elon Musk's owl tweet from a long time ago? And it's always on the YouTube videos. It's always speculation. Can we just get a denial that it's not even...
Tweet. I'll confirm it has nothing to do with Elon's owl tweet.
Got you. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for doing that. I was gonna make him keep guessing.
I don't mind making him guess, but I do want to. I didn't know Elon even had an owl tweet, so I'll send it back.
That was news to me too.
I guess it was a Blade Runner poster. Supposedly, I'm not 100% sure, but there's just a lot of people saying that the owl is a connection, which I don't think it was, but you guys just confirmed.
Not one person has correctly speculated the owl yet across all of Discord and other services.
Has given some good ideas though, definitely. All the theories, they're definitely all ideas that the team could consider at the end of the day too. So at the end of the day, just coming up with theories for where we could go in the future is never a bad thing.
Awesome. Thanks for answering the question.
Yep. You got any question, Ace?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing all right.
Yeah, I may have missed a little bit. I was gone for the last 10 minutes, but I was just wondering, are people going to be able to get their staking from other wallets to the Safemoon wallet without the 10% burn?
That's something we're actively looking into, and should be and is a priority for us. So,
Okay.
but for a definitive answer right now, I can't give one. But that's definitely a big area of that we're looking into.
You'll have an answer soon enough. We just can't say on details because of the wallet secrecy, but you will get that answer very soon.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, thanks.
All right. How's it going?
Hi there.
Hi.
Sorry, a little starstruck. Thank you for having me on. Question for Mark. Congratulations on making it to the Safemoon team. What exactly is your position? And other than your awesome YouTube videos, what are you doing to the daily running of Safemoon?
That's a good question. So I mainly am. When I do development, I work for development, and I'm also they labeled me content creator. So I will be continuing my YouTube videos and providing content there. But I also am working with under Hank and with Papa now and then on development side, mainly in Solidity. So it's cool. I can't really say which projects I've been working on so far, but it is really fun. And so anything development related and content related is my field, more or less.
Very cool. Congratulations again, and thanks for answering my question.
Awesome. Thank you. Alright, we got some people that have been waiting for a while. What's up, Wally?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Doing alright?
So I got a question about the bridges in Safemoon. I know you kind of talked about it. You kind of made it sound like it was a suggestion you would have for the team, but my understanding is Safemoon still gets reflections. And I believe y'all said that y'all might be stopping reflections for Safemoon. And also by doing that, the Safemoon vault would technically then become basically a locked wallet. So it would lower the circulating supply so everyone would get more reflection. I haven't heard anything about that since that kind of update that came out. Are y'all still working on trying to do that, or has that been shelved?
Yeah, so that was originally my idea for the optimal way to run the bridges. I'm working with the team still at running up all the pros and cons for what that would mean for the future, and basically what would conflict with that or with other implementations. That's still my stance on it, but I don't know exactly where it's going right now. But we're still trying to find the optimal solution for how to arrange the bridges. But yeah, okay. right now you are right. There is still reflections on PSFM, and I don't know if that's changing, but if we do know, we will let everyone know for sure. I was a little early in bringing that up to everyone. I didn't mean to cause any extra confusion.
No, you didn't cause any confusion. It was just something I was really excited about. Changing that.
Interesting. It is an interesting thought.
I'm not a huge fan of how people on the Ethereum side can buy Safemoon and never even pay the 10% tax and get reflections and can sell their reflections into Ethereum. It doesn't really help the coin and the idea of the reflections altogether. So I was happy with the suggestion. I just haven't heard anything about it since then. So I was wondering if y'all were still exploring that idea at least.
I'm trying to push it if I can, because I agree with you. I think that would be optimal to reduce it, especially because it would then become a locked vault, as you were saying. So it would increase the reflections for everyone on BSC as well. But I do not have an answer right now as to where we're going with that, but I am still pushing in that direction. But like I said, an official answer will be out soon enough about where we're going with the bridges. But I don't expect it to stay how it is right now for much longer.
Okay, excellent. Can I just ask one more question?
Yep.
It might have been right before you were hired, but you were talking about updating your calculator, your website, and I love it. Is that something that you still might be working on, or have you just been busy now?
I have been really busy with my projects and stuff, but I have been spending a little bit of time every other day trying to touch up the website a little bit. It's definitely not where I wanted it to be. I threw it together in like 3 days, so you get the calculator up there for everyone. And since then, it's been kind of mayhem since. But I have been giving it some attention, not as much as I should per se, but I have been really busy, so it's been hard. But hopefully over the next few days or weeks, I'll be able to have a good chunk of time where I can really sit down and touch that up to make it nicer for everyone.
Okay, that's good to know. Is there anything that, I know it's a wallet question, but is that something that might have a feature on there, kind of like your website, where you can put it, you know, how you can put in your profile and it tells you how many reflections you've earned and so forth? I'm assuming that's going to be on the wallet at some point, right?
No comment, but definitely would be an amazing feature to have and a weird feature to leave out. I'll say that.
Okay. Hey, thank you for your time, Mark. I appreciate it.
Awesome. You too, man. All right. I accidentally invited 2 people, but Sambo, if you can go first. Sorry about that. Your input's not coming through to me. Well, how?
Is it Mark?
Yep.
You've mentioned the importance of reflection, of volume quite a lot. And it's touching on Diamond Hans' question earlier about the reflections come from where you actually bought Safement. So what happens when people start buying from the Safement wallet with Simplex? Does that then mean that all of the true reflections will come through, or will it still be dependent on where you originally bought Safemoon, or how will it work then?
To the best of my knowledge, I believe that purchases through Simplex will trigger reflections on PancakeSwap. So you can expect that to directly increase the volume on PancakeSwap, which is on the blockchain. So that helps all holders more or less.
Okay, and just as a guide, after the recent bridge was done, there was about 20 million a day in volume. What sort of percentage of that is PancakeSwap? Because I have no idea how to even find that out.
So I don't know exactly what percentage of it was on PancakeSwap for those days, but if you go to CoinMarketCap and you search Safemoon, you can scroll down and it lists all the exchanges that have Safemoon and their volumes, respectively. I'm going to be adding a button into my site where you can just search PancakeSwap's volume automatically, so it doesn't use global volume. So hopefully that will help. But yeah, you can just search online PancakeSwap Safemoon volume, and it would show up. It'll show up over the last few days.
That's great. Thank you. That clears it all up. Cheers.
Yep. All right. Let's see if some more people want to come up really quick. We got a few minutes left. I invited Sniper Wolf first, so.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right, awesome. First of all, thanks guys for taking the time to do this on a Sunday. Questions for Mark. So, I probably speak for a lot of people out there that, Mark, your initial videos was what, at least for me, gave me the aha moment on reflections and what really the opportunity here is for Safemoon long term. And with your recent position and how busy you are, do you have some new videos that you will be releasing? And if so, can you give us a sneak peek on some of the content that you're going to be releasing for those new videos?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm definitely not slowing down on videos. I'm sorry. Yeah, it has been about a week since my last one, so I apologize for the wait. I have been really busy, but I do have a few videos I'm working on right now. And to give you a hint, it'll be going over and reasonably expect from the Safemoon wallet just based on those facts alone, just based on what wallets are, how they interact with things, and what we can, basically that. And I was going to do a separate one for the exchange a little down the road.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, especially for all the new people that'll be coming in. You see a lot on Twitter and Discord. It's Safemoon's the first crypto they bought, so there's a lot to get your mind wrapped around, especially on the math side. And you do a great job kind of bringing that down, so I think that's great.
The wallets do have a lot of areas of confusion too, so I'm hoping it'll clear up a lot. People seem to think that you actually hold coins on a wallet, but that's not the case. You don't actually hold your coins on a wallet. Yeah. Your coins only exist on the blockchain. A wallet's just a way to ask the blockchain how many coins you have and send them.
Yep.
And I'll be breaking it down a little further than that, but that's mainly the approach I'm going for in my next video.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yep. You got a question, Sniper Wolf?
Hi guys, do you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. You're muted now, but I heard you a second ago.
Okay.
Oh, we hear you.
Okay, so my question is, there is a possibility in the near future to do a denomination like 1,000 to 1, and how will influence the price? Thank you.
It's a possibility. I can't confirm or deny the ratio that we're going to be moving. I'm guessing you were asking when we're moving from Binance Smart Chain to our own blockchain, that migration. I can't exactly speculate on the exact number, but it won't affect. It'll affect price the same ratio that it's changed. So if it's 1,000 to 1 of a change, there would be an 1,000 times increase in price. But it's not going to do anything drastic to anyone's holdings. So you'll have the same USD value of your Safemoon bag after the merge as you did before the merge, if that helps. So, however, if there is a dilution of, or the other way around, of Safemoon tokens, the price will reflect that. So your actual value of your holdings won't change at all. I hope that helped.
What?
Yeah, but the next guy, this guy's been waiting for a while. Yeah, I'm gonna answer. I'll answer. I'll bring 2 more people up. I'll bring 3 more people up, and then we'll wrap it up probably. All right. Let me just invite some.
Just a reminder, when Mark is done, we'll take about a 10-minute recess, and then I'll start a pod workshop where we can talk about Discord-related stuff. So if you have any Discord questions or moderator-related questions, just hang on until after this.
How's it going, Truth?
Hey, you guys hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. So thanks for all you guys do. Mark, my question for you is actually a 2-parter.
Okay.
And, how excited are you versus before you officially joined the team, knowing what you know now?
A lot.
A lot more?
Yes.
Okay.
Sweet.
It was mostly the ability to meet people, like face to face, be able to speak with the developers, and just learn that they're great guys. Great morals. Everything is as it seemed before. That was the main. That's what gave me a lot of confidence, at least.
Okay. Awesome. So what would be the one thing in your mind that maybe keeps you up at night, or the one thing that this just doesn't pan out because of fill in the blank?
Safement related, you mean?
Yeah.
So, are you asking for a potential problem I see, or?
Yeah. Like the one thing that could destroy all our hopes and dreams in Safemoon Army.
Well, I don't. So, there's none that I could think of that I couldn't also think of a way to fix, if that makes sense. Any dastardly things that come up in the future, I'm very confident I have an ability to mitigate. Whether it be through smart contracts, through implementing things a certain way. There's always a way we can stay on top of the problems, but I mean, sure, there are some problems that we're seeing today that we're still working on fixing, so you could count one of those as them, such as like tokenomics or something, but just know that I'm not sleeping until we have an implementation that works, and I feel as though I have an idea of how to solve at least a lot of the major problems we see today, and that me and the team will be able to think up ways to solve problems in the future. So I wouldn't say there's anything glaring that you guys should worry about. Everything that's a problem now is realized and on its way to being fixed.
Beautiful, man. You just made my day. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Nice talking to you.
You too.
I'm not going to read your name out loud, but do you have a question? All right. Let's get
Hello guys, do you hear me?
Yep.
Nice. First of all, greets from Germany. My question is, it's also related to your homepage, Safemoon Mark. Have you thought about it to implement something in the wallet, like on the home screen when you open up the wallet, to see those stats like burn this amount, this reflection? So something like what you can see on your homepage, but it's implicated in the wallet.
I can't comment on what's in or not in the wallet, but that would definitely be a great implementation to add, and I'm sure it's on the developers' minds. Definitely.
All right. Sounds great. Thanks.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna get one more dude up here. Donald Duck, lucky man.
Hey, Mike, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, I appreciate it. I feel like my turn on here, I already had a question already answered, but I'll just kind of allude to it. You mentioned about when we do the switch from tokens to coins, that the value of the Safemoon will remain the same no matter what the ratio is on the conversion, correct?
Not necessarily the price of it, but the value of your holdings, yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I guess so the fact that, we're worried about getting 1,000 to 1 or 10,000 to 1, that's a moot point, correct?
Yeah, it does nothing to reflections or the value or anything like that. The value of your bag stays the same. The reflections you can expect for volume stays the same. It would just be an aesthetic look. It would be, if it does happen, if it was 1,000 to 1, it would be just so people aren't owning trillions of coins, more or less.
Which makes sense, because that seems like it would actually have a positive effect on.
Yeah, it would just tidy things up a little bit. There's not, in terms of actually doing the merge, it wouldn't change any of the math at all.
Right. Perfect. Listen, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you all. Great questions. I hope I was able to go through most of them. Sorry I don't have more time here today, but I'm going to be opening it up to Bino if you want to say anything before you go.
There is a lot of the questions in the chat. They're asking why they're not answered. Again.
Okay. I'll stick around. Let's give it 5 more.
No. I brought up the important ones. I wanted to make the point that there's things that I'm not bringing up to be asked because we don't have the answers on it yet. Some things we do have the answers on it yet, and we can't speculate because of privacy requirements. Some things are in flux and being changed or designed, and if we speculate now about them, or if we give you information now and they change later, you guys get upset. But you said this, so we don't want to say it until we know for sure it's confirmed and good to go. So it's like beta testing with video games. If you have information on something you're building on a video game, you don't want to tell the people playing the game just yet, because it's going to completely change how they act. And if you don't fulfill that promise, the community comes down on you. And nobody wants to put out promises that they can't fulfill. So they'll announce stuff. There's a long list of things they want to announce, they want to talk about, but it has to be the right time. So they will the second they can.
Yeah, that's a very good point. If there's any glaring questions in the event chat, people are upset that they didn't get answered, I'll answer one more. Worst case, I'll pull one more person up. Either way.
You guys better get your stuff in the chat now. Mark's looking. This is your last shot. And just one more time, as soon as this ends, we'll take a 10-15 minute recess, and then I'll start up and talk about more Discord related things and what's going on specifically on this Discord server. And we'll have half an hour, like an AMA with me and some mods.
I got Munizin up here. Maybe you can speak for the army a little bit. Did you have one more question?
Can't hear you, man. Check your audio input.
Oh, okay.
Well, is there anything going off in the chat? If not, I'll just invite one more person up here.
So for everybody asking about the owl stuff, just all we can do is it's a real hoot. It is what it is.
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, awesome, dude. I was just messaging Benno. I was like, dude, you got to get me up here to talk to him quick.
Somebody DM. All right.
So I'll tell you, my first goal when I first got into this was 500 million. And I think I'm at like 7.65 billion now. And that's all. Yeah, it's all because of Mark's videos. I think I've dropped like 40K on it because I bought some at the all-time high. But so Mark, knowing what you know now versus what you knew before you were actually part of the team, and I have two quick questions. This is the first one. you said that your bag originally you wanted around 5 billion. Now that you know some of the inside stuff, for beginners that don't necessarily have the amount of money ready to invest, do you think that they could get away with 1 billion or 500 million? Do you have a different size bag that you would suggest that, hey, this would be a good bag for you if you wanted to start that, generational wealth, or to maybe help them leave their job? Or do you have any insight on that now that you've seen the inside working?
Yeah. So I can't really. I don't want to tell anyone how much money they should spend or what they should have. But it's really important to just do the math, basically. To do it on you can do it on my website. I lay it out easily for you. And you just have to weigh the risks of what do you think the volume will be after the exchange, after the blockchain. A good way to do that is to look at other coins that have a similar ecosystem and see their volume. Plug that into the calculator, check out the reflections, see what seems right. If you get $50 per day per $1 billion of volume per billion Safemoon that you own, so that $1 billion's a great mile marker to reach. It definitely is an easy number to use for the math. But to each their own. I'm not going to be one to say you should buy this many of anything, but my personal goal, I'll tell you, has doubled.
Okay, so I've been kind of going after your goal, and I hit my 5 billion, and then I haven't stopped. I'm at 7.65 now, so
that's
I got a couple more to go.
No, good on you.
Speculating on your price, because again, when you speculate on your price, how much you have, you also put a target in your back, because there's a lot of scammers and spammers in your community that are looking at the people who have a lot, and that's one of the reasons we don't like to let anybody talk about their balances.
Yeah, and I was a victim of the dusting attack. Somebody tried to hit me with some stupid, corgi dusting attack, and of course I just turned it off. If you leave it alone, nothing will happen. But and then my last question that I had for you. One thing that I see value in, and I don't know if the Safement team can do this or not, but I haven't seen much as far as an actual advertisement campaign on areas such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these places. Is there a possibility for them to use, portions of the liquidity pool or something like that to pay for a large-scale campaign ad once they launch the wallet and the exchange like that, to make sure it's reaching millions of people that have not even heard of Safemoon?
Yes. Yes. Definitely waiting until we have some tangible products first, like you said, like the wallet and stuff. But once those are achieved, I would expect to see some Safemoon ads popping up.
There's definitely already plans that are in the works, but again, like you said, we're waiting for the right timing, things and products before we execute those plans.
Cool. Well, hey, Mark, you've helped make my dreams come true, because now I'm a large holder because of your video, so I appreciate that. I just want to make sure that on behalf of the entire Safemoon Army, that they all know that you guys kick ass every day, and you're helping us reach our dreams. So thank you again.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for coming up, man.
All right, later.
Hey. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be posting. I believe some people in here recorded the audio. If you wouldn't mind DMing that to me, I was going to throw it up on my YouTube in case anyone missed it. But yeah, great talks. I hope I answered a lot of the main questions that were going around. And I'm going to try to make this a weekly thing. I'm not sure how feasible that is, but yeah.
Even if you can't, we'll do something weekly. I'll be floating around in the Discord every Safemoon Sunday, so that we can at least try and have some kind of event going on. And I'll talk more about that in a little bit when I start up the Discord workshop.
Definitely. Well, it's been fun, guys. Nice talking to all of you. Have a good one.
All right, well, there we have it. That was really interesting. I mean, at least they did something today. I mean, it's better than not doing anything at all, and especially with Papa doing his AMA that he did 2 days ago on Safemoon. I think it's, or not Safemoon, Twitter Space. I think it's what it's called. That was better than an AMA to me, anyways. But anytime I ever see anything going on in the Twitter Space regarding Papa or anything with Safemoon that needs to be streamed, I will stream it, guys. So if you're in this stream right now and you have not subscribed to this channel, I cover everything Safemoon. So definitely make sure you smash that subscribe button to show your support. Like this video, whatever. I appreciate anything you guys can do. I'm really trying to grow this channel. For some reason here lately, it's been stagnant. But I do make content a lot, and I cover Safemoon. It takes a lot of time to do this, and I love Safemoon 100%. So, yeah. But I will say regarding the reflections, I know somebody had said that they're going to stop the tokenomics. That's wrong, 100% wrong. They're not going to stop tokenomics. They're going to stop the burn when it gets to a certain point. And yeah, and he was kind of confused me. Safement Mark's like math is really confusing when it comes to certain things. Like, for one, nobody knows what's going to happen with the price. We can speculate all we want. If we go back and look at the coins that are similar, that's done similar things, like Binance coin, we know that this coin's price, or this token's price, when it becomes a coin, when they start releasing the blockchain, the exchange, is going to be massive. And I can't really give an actual price prediction on it, but I am going to go ahead and say I strongly see, based on what I've learned in the crypto space in the past 3 years, and I don't care if I get FUD about it, I don't care if people say crap about me, I don't care. It will be at least a penny if everything follows suit with the history that I've seen in the crypto space. So that's coming from somebody that studied crypto for a long time. I ain't just some random person just like, it's going to be a penny when Lambo. No, hell no. I'm telling you exactly, this is what I've seen in my experiences where I think is about to happen. And yeah, I could strongly see a penny by the end of this year. But this is definitely a long hold regardless. This is not going to make you a millionaire in a freaking week. I think 2 or 3 years is going to be when this thing really, 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 really blows out. But I could say we could definitely be at a penny at the end of this year. So that is my understanding. Let me see if there's any questions in the chat. Let's see. I bought 8.5 billion Safement on 3/17. Congratulations. Let's see. Between Papa and this AMA, I agree. Everybody should be happy with this AMA. Let's see. Those chips are already inside. I get my... Okay, hold on. Let's see. All right. I don't really see any questions in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming on here and watching. It was awesome. I love doing these live streams. I love talking to the community. And yeah, I will be trying to put out a evening Safement news update here in a little bit. I'm going to start reviewing a lot of my notes. Keep in mind, I am a real estate agent, so I have to be really fast with a lot of this. I'm sorry, I've been really busy here lately. So, but yeah, before I get off here, don't forget to subscribe and like. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is Diamond Hands Dallas with WCNLC.